everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. In the last one, I think we did some more exploring. We opened a new area, I think in the geoponics. We hit puberty, which I did not expect to be in a game. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here we are. Yes, we hit puberty in the last episode, and I'm wondering, there was an option that was, like, they're like, you know, what situation are you going through? So I guess you could decide whether you're going to have a male or female experience, but there was one that was like, nothing, I'm like a doll down there. And I'm wondering if I had picked that, if we would not be going through this at this particular moment. And I wonder actually how much that kind of situation will actually affect our gameplay, or if it was just because they're like, well, you do that growing up, so I guess we'll do it. Okay. We've already done that particular thing. Okay, I believe... what season are we in? Well, let me know here. Okay, we're in pollen. Nobody's birthday is in pollen. I think if we talk to her, we might be able to work at the depot. So I guess let's try that. I mean, it's giving me the option, so I guess my friendship with her is enough. Although I cannot tell her about my day, because I don't have persuasion. I have no persuasion. Oh, you want to hear more? She humps and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You know, it's a lot of work. I practically run the whole command center. Requisitions and nanoprinting are the backbone of the whole colony. Wow, she sounds like Administrator Seek. Okay, could I work there with you? We'll try that. Well, Mars hems and haws. I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone, and I do like you. We should stick together. Whatever Mars does to pull Administrator Seek's strings works, because an hour later you get a message from them on your holopalm. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of the role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everyone and everything. But they agree Mars would be more efficient if she had someone else to keep an eye on her. So, unlocked depot clerk. Okay. So we can work in the depot. What does it do for us? Organization, persuasion, friendship with Mars, kudos, and stress. I guess let's try it. We haven't done it yet. I mean, I kind of picked where I was going. But, you know, I think we could probably get a little bit of other stuff, too. Seek rolls their eyes when they see you report to the depot for your first day as a clerk. Oh, it's you, they deadpan. Well, at least you might learn something useful while you're here. The depot is where the precious nanoprinter lives. Seek lords over it like a tyrant, and they don't like children. They load the depot module to your holopalm and walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nanoprinter through this portal, they explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nanoprinter to fulfill their order. Then, you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Seek grumbles, and we almost never do. With that perfunctory explanation, Seek leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so, because no one puts in a requisition at all. It is pretty early. Maybe everyone is still asleep? Let's clean and organize the depot. There isn't a lot to organize, as you don't store a lot of stuff here except for things that people need all the time, like toothpaste. But you find a bucket and start to mop the floors the old-fashioned way, because there's nothing wrong with taking pride in your work. You're jerked back to reality by a haptastic pulse through your holopalm. Your first order. You excitedly open your holopalm and read it. Elbow grease, 1 gallon, it reads. From Cal, Geoponics, delivery, ASAP. Very funny. Okay. Let's do very funny, Cal. You dismiss the phony requisition. Haha. Cal's got jokes. Another one pops up on your holoscreen. Flashlight fluid, 2 gallons, anemone, sports ball. Delivery, ASAP. Really, Nem? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You've barely dismissed that second one before a third comes in. ID 10 T-gas, flammable, 2 cubic meters, pressurized, tangent, engineering, delivery, ASP, caution. You almost got me, Tange. Tange is not really the pranking type, but you stop yourself from looking up ID 10 T-gas. You dismiss the requisition and message your friends to knock it off. Finally, you get a real requisition and get down to work. It's easier than you thought. You're just finishing up when Mars strolls in. She hops up on the depot counter and primly crosses her legs. I am so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Heather. Finally, someone to haul boxes and fetch things so I can focus on the important work. Sounds good to me. Your assistant. Maybe we could share responsibilities. I don't care which one of you is in charge, Seek interrupts, so long as you get the work done. Seek pauses. Wait, did you wash the floors, they say, looking impressed? Well, that does deserve a reward. Here you go. They swipe their hollow palm and you feel yours pulse as a couple kudos are deposited into your account. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring. Okay. 21. Alright, so what do I do? Card becomes 2. Well, that's terrible. This isn't physical. This would be, I guess, blue? Yeah. Blue. The reasoning, organization, and all that. Okay, so let's do... Oh, I don't like the plus 10 stress, though. Let's do 5. 3. 3. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna be enough, so I'm gonna have to do the 8. And really nothing could go there but the 1 for it to actually be worthwhile. I mean, I guess I could change that out. But it's about the same because then it takes away some of what that is. It doesn't matter. We'll just leave it. Because, I mean, I got the thing. Anyway, it just gave me a bunch of stress. Okay. Let's see if anyone has anything to say. We got a mushwood log. Nothing really. I mean, I haven't been in here in a while. I've never studied humanities. I could do some of this. It'd be engineering and reason. And that's more reason that I get from life sciences. I guess let's do engineering. Hi, kids. The ship's onboard intelligence, Congruence, slides into the room on her ceiling track, and the class cheers. Congruence is so cool. She's like a person, but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes, and can tell you anything about space. She never gets bored or frustrated by your questions. You all know me, she says, but I'll bet some of you have questions about how I work. What do you want to know? What's your job? Well, right now, part of me is showing animal videos to children in the creche, and part of me is here teaching you. But most of me is monitoring the engines which gives us power, and the life support systems that make it comfortable in here. How do you know so many things? My brain is big, she explains. It's just enormous, really, much bigger than this little monitor you see here. And it's connected to the ship's HoloNet, so anything you can look up on your holopalms, I just know. I do not need to ask if you have to eat or poop. That just seems ridiculous, so we're not going to. We're just going to listen. Congruence explains that she has to do all kinds of calculations to help fly the ship and land it, and that she was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems. But Hal has modded me to be far more than that, she says proudly. Now I can even tell jokes. Why did the computer cross the road, she asks. I don't know why. Congruence smiles widely. I am not gonna read all that. Okay, get to work. Okay, so I have 3 locked in here. Okay, I'll do 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we'll just add those 2 in for funsies, I guess. It's for Tumnalia, time for speeches, games, and feasting. You stare hungrily at the feast table. Sure, it's mostly soy rations, but it's still more food than you usually see all at one time. This year, though, there's something new. Great big tureens of glowing beans. Weird. You try to sneak some food before the speeches start, but Chief Engineer Instance catches you and smacks your hand away. Your mom gets really mad at her, and it causes a huge yelling match. Your dad directs you away from the table as Instance blames your mom for the way things are right now, whatever that means. Your dad passes you a soy sweet to keep your tummy busy during the speeches. He's the best. Governor Udicott takes the stage and manages to calm everyone down. Welcome, everyone, to our 4th for Tumnalia celebration, she says, speaking through a maxiphoner. Her voice has been getting weaker lately and can't reach across the square the way it used to. I'm proud, as always, to stand before you as your governor and to celebrate another year of peace and prosperity on this beautiful planet. Udicott steps aside, wobbling a little as she walks, leaving Seek to complete the annual formalities. Your mom steps forward. This year's feast includes a new glow-in-the-dark food. Pixie beans are our first domesticated Vertumnan crop. The crowd applauds and your mom raises her hands. Credit goes to Geranium. He insisted we dedicate 1/3 of our fields to them. So you'll have him to thank for the light show in your toilets tonight. A smattering of laughter ripples through the crowd. Your dad chuckles nervously. Your mom's smile fades. As you know, we lost our hydroponics and microbial soil during the wormhole accident, she says. These pixie beans will make up for the losses we faced with our earth crops. Udicott's weedy voice rattles through the maxiphoner. Thank you, everyone. Let's get on with the games. The crowd packs away the chairs as the children gather in the square. Which competition do you want to participate in? I can't do the talent show. Let's just watch this time. You take a look at the science experiments. Okay, I thought there would be more than that. Mid-dust. Did anyone have a mid-dust birthday? Oh, we missed her birthday. Cal was late dust. Okay. I probably shouldn't go out. I don't think I'll get the best use of that yet. Okay, xenobotany would be biology and organization. toughness. I guess let's do toughness. Because we have the biology. And we're almost at like that first little thing on toughness. You join Cal at a particularly fragile pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it into the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Dirt? I guess it's okay. Your hoverboard? Yeah, it's cool. Dirt? No, he laughs. I mean, just this. He waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to the elbows, to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow, even if we're just moving dirt around. We're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, he considers, I like digging holes in the dirt, because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. Wait, I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hands. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Ugh, okay. -1 kudos. Dude, really? Okay, let's do 5, 4, 4, and 3. Okay. We need to get rid of that baby. Mid-dust. Okay, so now it's late. So now it's late dust. Cal's birthday. Let's give him a mush log. Okay, Cal accepts your gift with a genuine smile. Thanks for thinking of me. Okay. Anyone else have anything going on? Maybe we could work at the depot again. Okay, supplies are organization perception. I don't really need perception right now. Persuasion might be better. I get more kudos as well. Mars asks you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends and be your own boss? Maybe Cal? I mean, I have friendship with all of them, so it could be any one of them. Maybe Cal. Cal listens patiently while you explain the rules of the club. He says, when you get to the part about the pledge you have to say to join. I don't know if I want to say, like, humans are the best, he continues. What if we change it so it's more like ambiguous, like humans are really cool. I mean, humans are great, but animals are good too. It'll take some politicking, but you think you can convince Mars. Oh, one more thing, Cal says. What about Anemone? She's really cool too. If I'm in the club, she should defo be in the club too. It's hard to argue with that. Looks like you got a 2 for 1. Nem and Cal are both at the next meeting and very excited to be part of the group. Mars looks excited to have more people to boss around. Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, Mars announces. You know, from when we need extra security, or like if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. Cal will be vice president of transportation, Mars continues. Cal pulls out his hoverboard and grins. That'll be useful if we need to get somewhere fast. Or, if only one of us does anyway. He can deliver secret messages too. Mars makes them raise their hands. Do you promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never tell any adults about the Secret Fun Times Club? Cal and Nem agree readily. Okay. So let's see. +2 to strength card to the right. Okay, let's do you. And you. And then I guess we have to do you. And you. And that's probably the best we can do at this particular time. Alright, I mean, we still won, so it's fine. And now it's early wet. Somebody has a birthday. Might be her. Am I feeling rebellious? Is that what this is? Hormones. Teenage hormones are making you brave and rebellious. Rebellion increases tripled. Okay, I believe it is Mars that has a birthday. Yeah. I don't know that I have anything really to give her, but we will look. Maybe one of those. Ha, Mars laughs, taking the crystal and turning it over in her hands, expecting it. Well, I've had better birthday gifts this year, but I admit, this crystal is pretty fabulous. I'll add it to my collection. Learned Mars likes crystal clusters. I thought she would. Oh, and now she has a bubble. Let's check and see if anyone else has bubbles. Mars has bubbles, though. And furthermore, your attitude towards your elders in general is entirely disrespectful. You find Udicott delivering a scathing reprimand to Mars, who is doing her level best to look like she'd rather be anywhere else. You speak out of turn. You question the council's decisions. If you disagree with an order, you simply do not do it. I could go on. Do you need me to go on? Mars scowls. No, she replies. Udicott clicks her tongue. I honestly thought better of you, Marzipan, she chastises. You have the sort of natural leadership ability I remember from when I was a girl, many years ago. Mars doesn't roll her eyes, but you get the sense it's a close call. You need to set a better example for the other children, Udicott continues. It's okay to have your own opinions, but you kids can't just do whatever you want. You have to follow the rules and respect your elders. I am setting a good example, Mars retorts, stomping her foot. Hello! The only reason we're here is because a bunch of people knew living on Earth was nonsense and decided to do something different. Udicott looks scandalized, but Mars just continues on. Maybe kids should have more authority. We're the ones with the new ideas that will take us into the future. We could be rebellious. We'll be super rebellious if we're rebellious, though. Ooh. Let's do it. Mars is right. See, Mars insists. Everyone agrees with me. You might be on Vertumna, but your ancient old brain is still stuck back on Earth. She takes a deep breath and for a moment seems much older. Governor Udicott, we need higher walls and more aggressive farmland clearing, and we need it now. Are we here to stay on this planet, or will we just sit around until the jungle swallows us back up? Udicott's mouth opens and closes a few times. Then she puts her hand on her forehead. Both of you, get back to your duties, she sighs. Marzipan, we will talk about this later, in private. Okay. I guess that gave us an opportunity to be rebellious. Alright. Anything else we want to try to do? What's this stuff? Sports ball, bravery, toughness, combat animals. I mean, we could try to push the combat up a little bit. There's so many people training in self-defense today that you have to break out into stations. What do you want to work on today? I guess it's capoeira. Ooh, capoeira would be fun. Let's try that. Nem's been studying videos of other martial arts and wants to learn some sweet dance moves to show off in class. She needs a partner, and you jump at the chance. Rhett watches you both, a skeptical look on his face. What does this have to do with self-defense, he says. The point of all of this isn't to have fun, it's to learn how to not die. Whatever, you're too busy learning how to do a sick handspin to pay attention. He rolls his eyes and stalks away, muttering about how you're wasting your time. You feel more in control of your body, though, which is undoubtedly going to help you in an actual fight. Okay. So, that plus 10 stress. Okay, no, we're gonna have to, let's see. I'm gonna set that there. No, I don't want that one there. I guess I'll do no, I don't like that. They have to switch. Like, I guess you kind of need at least 2 or 1 to put in those, like, horrible slot becomes 2 things. Otherwise, it's not great. I mean, it would have sucked to have to put something that was a higher value into that one. I probably could have done better, but that 8 thing. Okay, so are we in middle wet? Is that... Oh, we're month 2 of wet. They're in late wet. Okay. We are not at late wet yet. This is out there. Probably gonna need to relax. Let's see, I could do the garden or the park. I could do the wall, which I might do. I think I have to go to the... No, I have to go to this for relaxing on the wall. I guess let's do this. You've heard Security Chief Rhett is on the lookout for lookouts. That is, for kids to chill out on top of the walls all afternoon and count Xenos. Sounds way better than going to class. He gives you a once-over, eyes narrowed. All right, he says. Look over there at the end of the field. What does that sign say? Read it aloud, because we have the perception. You can read the sign easily, it says. If you can read this, your eyesight is 20/20. Huh, what a weird sign. What does that mean? Rhett nods in approval. Good, you pass. Come back next month and I'll put you on the roster. Unlock duty lookout on the garrison. Okay, do I want to forget one of those? Not really. I'm looking to forget the zeros, but I think I need to keep the ones because I've had a decent amount of those things where they just changed a card value to 2. Okay, let's give Tange a birthday present. You find Tange leaning against the wall of the laboratory, looking out onto the hustle and bustle of the colony. Auntie Sedent tried to talk to me about puberty today, she says, rolling her eyes. It was a pleasure to tell her that I seemed to be suffering no ill effects from the malady. She crosses her arms and shrugs dismissively. Perhaps there is a limit to genetic recombination therapy, as I do not seem to be undergoing the effects common among those who are born to this array of hormones. I should advise Chief Engineer Instance. Okay. Let's give her... She did like the medicinal roots, so we'll give her that. It seems you've remembered my birthday, Tange says, taking the root and turning them over in her hands. Her lips curl in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them. How thoughtful of you. I have much to do today, but I'll set these roots aside to analyze later. She turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought. Okay, Dis also has a birthday, so we'll go do his birthday. Ooh, bravery is not 40. Okay. Everyone is so dramatic right now, Dis mutters, kicking a rock with his hands shoved in his pockets. Who cares who said what to who or whatever? It's so dumb. Okay, let's give him a mush tree. Dis winks owlishly at your gift. Is it my birthday? I almost forgot. I hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday, but this is nice. Thank you. Okay. We just try to remember birthdays. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be everything for this time. In the next time, I guess we'll just do what we do. I've got my rebellion right here, but I've also got this. Clear-minded. You got no stress and worries. 10% chance of a bonus +1. Okay. Well, I guess that will be everything for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.